It started with a text message from a friend about an opportunity, a business acquisition that seemed kind of far-fetched. Despite my work in music and having launched a nonprofit theater, I was actually really hesitant to leap into being an entrepreneur. But since I couldn't shake the thought of it, I talked with my husband and we decided to go for it. Man, God's timing and with God's provision, we bought a coffee shop. Resistencia Coffee is located in the heart of the South Park neighborhood. For 5 years, it's been a business with a cause and has been listed numerous times in coffee shop features. In a few weeks, Resistencia will become the new home of the Scene Coffee Cafe.
My name is Cote Sorens and I started Resistencia Coffee back in 2017. Resistencia has been a really great space for this neighborhood. It's been a place where people get to be who they are, get to be neighbors, meeting each other and sharing the same space. It's been a place of belonging and it's been a place where people have found a platform to show their art, to show what they do, to share ideas. And it's been an honor to curate that space and be activated and animated by the people in this neighborhood. It was in the plans that maybe someday, we could pass on this neighborhood baby to somebody who would understand what it was about and understand the responsibility of creating a space that is democratic, that is a space for a neighborhood. And I got the great blessing of knowing his friend, Michelle Lang Raymond, to be a person who has a deep sense of integrity for what community means, for the role of transformation flowing in and through people in a community. She draws from her identity as a beloved woman, and from that center, she's able to create spaces of belonging for others and invite others to come to spaces just like who they are, like who they were created to be, who they are seeking to be in the world. And she's also incredibly entrepreneurial. She's a leader. She has a very clear sense of where she wants to go, but also in a very intuitive way. And she's able to invite others into a vision. I couldn't be more excited to see what this small coffee shop is going to be like in 5 years under Michelle's stewardship, leadership, and imagination.
My whole career, whether it's been through music or through my theater or through event planning, has been about creating spaces for people. And I feel like I've taken great pride in creating spaces where people can connect and where community can happen. Well, new owners, new name, right? But more importantly than that, I think the new name represents two of my personal convictions, and that is one, that there are no extra people, and two, that everybody is somebody in the scene. I've spent a lot of years in theater spaces and in music studios, using art to unpack the human experience. And so my experience in those spaces has taught me that when everybody knows that their part matters and that they matter to what's going on, that makes the outcome better for everybody. The Scene Coffee Cafe is in a neighborhood called South Park. Now, if you are a native of Seattle, you might catch the irony, because South Park is kind of a neighborhood that's sort of unseen. It's kind of forgotten. Despite the fact that there are plenty of people, great places, great experiences to have, South Park is just sort of an unseen neighborhood. It's off the beaten path, but it's also right on the verge of what's to come. We secured funding for the acquisition of the building, but we want to do some renovation and we want to do some remodel of the space. We want things like a new sign and new decor. We want to brighten it up a little bit. And one of our longer term goals is to build a patio outside so that you can just have a great time enjoying your drink. We estimate it'll be about $30,000, and so we want to raise funds for that. We would love to have all of this done and paid for by our grand launch this summer. To the people who give and can help us make this happen, first of all, you're just going to have our greatest, sincerest appreciation. But more than that, we have rewards for our contributing partners. Things like free drinks for a year, merchandise, having a drink named after you on our menu, and you can even host an event at the scene. And we are excited about being in the company of Black-owned, women-owned, and operated coffee shops in the Seattle area. And we hope that you will join us as we create a place where people can belong, can believe, and can be seen in the scene.